Hey guys, this is Ryan Adams of motorcycle.com. Welcome to the Canary Islands and welcome to Ducati's new Multistrada 1260. I'm here with Ducati's product manager, Federico Valentini. Talk a little bit about the changes to the new Multistrada 1260. Obviously, the engine is one of the biggest changes. Tell us a little bit about that.
2 years ago, we presented the 1262cc engine in the X-Diavel, and with the experience we gained on that bike, we managed to develop the DVT system and fit it to the new 1260, the Multistrada 1260 that you see here today. This engine allows us to have really strong torque low down. We have 85% of torque already at 3,500 RPM, and at 5,500 RPM we have 18% more torque than the previous Multistrada 1200. So that gives us the best of both worlds. It gives us more torque, strong power delivery down low, so it's better to pull higher gears even with the passenger and luggage on board. From our point of view, it gives you that more sporty feeling as well. It's the touring and the sports aspects of the bike.
I think that today it was a perfect example, tight off-camber hairpins, letting the bike lug down real low. You still had plenty of torque getting up out of the corners. It did great. The versatility that you get with all the ride modes and then being able to change and tweak those. There were some times where I thought sport was not quite exactly what I wanted, and I could go in and change almost everything that I wanted to get that exact feeling that I wanted to get out of the bike. If you want a sport bike that can tour all day, and you can put it into full-on sport mode 1 minute and bring it back to touring the next, it's a great bike for that.
That's exactly what we were looking for. You touched on that new electronics interface as well. It allows you to set up your motorcycle in a more intuitive way. The new menu system, it's self-explanatory the way that you can actually go in there and change all your riding modes and all the settings. It actually shows you with little graphic displays. It actually shows you what you're doing and what your modifications are doing to the bike. So that's a pretty cool feature on the new 1260 as well.
At first, maybe it seems like there's so much information, but it is pretty intuitive once you get into it and you start changing things. You get used to it. All the buttons have great placement. It's really easy to do, whether you're hustling through twisty roads like we were today. I was still able to kind of get through the different modes, see how everything worked, and then go back in and tweak some of the ones that worked for me out here. And as far as handling goes, a bike this big, I can't believe handles as good as this does.
Good, huh? Yeah, we changed the chassis as well. And the main update is the swing arm. It's longer, it's 48 millimeters longer, which gives us a longer wheelbase. We've also changed the rake and the trail up front, and we've done that to give it more stability. At high speeds, you know, there are certain countries around the world that don't have speed limits on highways, and they need that maximum stability at those speeds. And what we tried to do, and I think we achieved it, is find that balance of that stability, high-speed stability, but maintain the sports riding characteristics of the bike. As you said earlier, you know, a bike this big and shouldn't be able to do that sort of stuff. So yeah,
I do think you did a great job.
Yeah. And then the quick shifter. Quick shifter's a standard feature on the 1260S and the Pikes Peak, and it's an accessory on the standard version. It adds to that feeling, you know, that sports feeling of the bike, and it adds the riding pleasure.
So as I said when speaking to Federico, the bike is so tunable, you can really make this motorcycle work any way you want it to. I do think the big engine and all the torque really helps out on tight canyon roads around town. You can let the bike lug down really low and it's still going to pull out of the corner really nicely. I think anyone that is curious, not so much in the adventure market, you know, they make the Multistrada Enduro for that, but in this touring and sport touring and really an emphasis on the sport if you want it, the Multistrada 1260 can be a great bike. And for the full write-up, go on over to motorcycle.com. We'll have all the specs, first write-up report, and we'll see you there. Thanks.